Dear child, before you continue, take a slow breath. This message is not here to rush you. It is not here to pressure you. It is not here to create fear. It is here to settle your heart. Receive only what feels peaceful to you, and gently release anything that does not belong. This moment is about clarity, about understanding what has been forming quietly, patiently, without noise. Something meaningful has been unfolding behind the scenes, even during times when it felt like nothing was happening. Someone who matters to you has been on a long inner journey. This was not sudden for them. It was not careless or impulsive. It required time, reflection, honesty within themselves. They questioned what they felt. They resisted it. They tried to reason it away. They attempted to move forward without you. They stayed busy. They stayed guarded. They told themselves it would fade, but it did not. Every attempt to ignore it only made the truth clearer. Your presence remained quiet, steady. You did not disappear from their thoughts. You became deeper than a memory, more than a passing feeling. What stayed was real, and what is real does not need to force itself to be known. You became a kind of peace they could not replace, a familiar calm that felt like home, a quiet safety their spirit recognized even when their mind tried to argue. Over time, pretending became tiring. Silence grew heavy. Avoidance started to hurt more than honesty ever could. That is when something shifted within them. They realized that doing nothing had a cost. That waiting too long could mean losing something real, something that truly mattered. They did not want regret to be their answer. They did not want fear to decide for them. They did not want to look back and wish they had been braver. So they became serious, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly and sincerely. They began asking themselves honest questions. What kind of love do I want to build? What kind of partner do I want to be? Am I ready to choose responsibility over comfort? Am I willing to protect something real instead of running away? They allowed themselves to feel what they had been pushing aside. They reflected. They prayed. They sat with emotions they once avoided, and something gentle happened. Instead of chaos, there was peace. Instead of confusion, there was calm clarity. Instead of fear, there was direction. When the heart is ready, it does not rush. It moves with intention, with honesty, with quiet certainty. They came to understand something clearly. You are not just someone they like. You are someone they respect. Someone they can imagine a future with. Someone they feel aligned with on a deeper level. Someone they do not want to lose. This was never about fantasy or idealizing who you are. They see you clearly. Your softness and your strength, your sensitivity and your boundaries, your patience and your discernment. They know you have been through things. They know you learn to guard your heart. They know you do not open yourself easily. And that is part of why they did not rush toward you. They did not want to come half-ready. They did not want to bring confusion into your life. They did not want to offer words they could not stand behind. Their silence was not absence, it was preparation. They were making changes you could not see, quiet decisions, inner shifts, letting go of distractions, releasing comparisons, walking away from connections that no longer felt right. They distanced themselves from voices that created doubt and chose clarity instead. They realized something important. Shallow attention cannot replace real peace. Temporary excitement cannot replace grounded connection. Noise cannot replace the calm they feel when they think of you. And slowly something settled within them, not urgency, not confusion, but certainty. A quiet, knowing settled within them. This is not something I want to miss. They began to imagine a future where you are not a question, but a constant. A future where love does not feel anxious or uncertain, but steady, intentional. A future where they do not hide how they feel. Do not second-guess their choice. Do not leave you guessing. They want to come forward with clarity, with maturity, with honesty, with actions that match their words. They are not interested in games. They are not testing waters. They are not offering half love or mixed signals. They want something real, something that can be built slowly, something that can last. They want to stand with you openly, protect you quietly, show up consistently, choose you not only emotionally, but practically, deliberately, and hear this clearly. You do not need to change yourself to receive this. You do not need to be younger, or louder, or quieter, or different. You do not need to compete. You do not need to prove your worth. You are already enough. What draws them to you is not perfection. It is truth. It is peace. It is the way your presence settles their spirit. If doubt has entered your mind, understand this. Doubt often speaks the loudest just before clarity arrives. Fear tries to rush you or shut you down, but peace moves slowly, steadily. This connection is not meant to feel chaotic. It is meant to feel safe, grounding, like something finally landing after a long season of waiting. You may have questioned the connection. You may have wondered if you cared more than they did. You may have felt tired of hoping, tired of not knowing. But your waiting has not been wasted. Something real has been forming, even in the quiet. This time, they are not running away. They are moving toward you with intention, toward the calm your presence brings, toward the honesty your heart carries, toward a future that feels grounded and true. When they step forward, it will not feel rushed. It will not feel dramatic. It will feel steady. It will feel sincere, like alignment, not force. So prepare your heart gently, not with desperation, not with fear, but with openness. Prepare a yes that honors who you are. A yes that understands responsibility. A yes that knows real love is built slowly. On trust, on patience, on respect, on consistency. This is not about losing yourself. It is about meeting someone who is ready, not to stand ahead of you, not behind you, but beside you. Let your body relax, let your thoughts settle, let your heart soften, and if it feels right, say quietly, I receive love that brings peace. I trust timing that honors truth. What is meant for you does not arrive through chaos. It arrives through clarity. And clarity is closer than you think. This message is not random. It is here to remind you of something important. This connection was never small, never accidental, never temporary. It was never about excitement alone, or fleeting emotion, or surface attraction. It was not defined by the pain you endured. It exists with purpose, because God intended it to exist. What grows from this carries healing. It carries restoration. It carries growth, not only for you, but for those around you, and for what comes after you. Let peace be your confirmation. This connection was meant to shift things, to break old patterns, to create something healthier, stronger than what came before. That is why resistance appeared. That is why confusion surfaced. That is why silence tried to stretch the space between you. But what God brings together is not undone by time, not by distance, not by delay. What God speaks continues working, even when everything feels quiet. There, Bidizwan, was a reason your paths crossed, a reason your names were spoken in the same breath, even if it took time, even if the journey carried pain first, even if you had to unlearn what past hurt taught you about love. This connection did not disappear. It was refined. They are beginning to understand something clearly now. The ache they carried was not only loneliness, it was absence. It was the space where you belonged. Nothing else could replace that space. They tried to stay busy. They tried distraction. They tried to appear fine, but it never lasted. Everything kept circling back to you. They could be surrounded by people and still feel empty. They could smile outwardly while carrying the quiet weight of loss inside. Opportunities came. Conversations happened. Even new beginnings appeared. But none of it felt complete without you, without sharing life with you. This is no longer something taken lightly. They understand now. You are not replaceable. Something shifted within them. a steady inner knowing they could not ignore, a moment of honesty where running no longer made sense. They have been reflective, restless in a quiet way, deeply aware, not confused anymore, but awake. God did not allow them to remain the same. Rest did not come easily anymore. Pretending it was finished no longer worked. They began seeking God more sincerely, and your name kept returning in their prayers, not casually, not emotionally alone, but with intention. They were not willing to lose someone they had prayed for, someone they had imagined a future with, someone they felt peace about, again and again. Now they are planning quietly, not loudly, not for attention, from the heart. They replay conversations in their mind. They imagine the moment, your eyes, your response, your emotions. They wonder if you will smile, if you will cry, if you will hesitate. And even with that uncertainty, they are ready to stop hiding, ready to stop delaying, ready to choose honesty. They want to walk with you, not just think about you in silence. What once felt confusing now feels clear. The signs they ignored now make sense. Even the delays feel different, like protection instead of rejection, like time was needed to soften hearts, to mature intentions, to bring clarity. Everything has led back to this moment of truth. This is not only about love, it is about healing, about rebuilding, about shaping the future with wisdom instead of fear, with peace instead of confusion. You were never just someone they liked. You were always someone they felt called to build with. They have been releasing distractions, stepping away from situations that never felt right, letting go of noise that brought confusion, not because they are desperate, but because they are sure. They do not want to bring old patterns into something sacred. They want to begin this with clarity, with respect, with intention, and with peace. They want to come forward clean, clear, grounded. Their silence was not forgetting you. It was struggle. It was fear. It was pride being reshaped. They did not want to return half-ready or unsure of themselves. They know your heart is sensitive. They know you have been hurt before. They know you guard your peace carefully. That is why they waited. They wanted to be ready before approaching you again. They tried to move on, but nothing compared. Other connections felt shallow. Conversations felt empty. What they felt with you was different. It felt real, and now they understand something deeper. They were not running from love. They were running from love. They were running from love. Them. Rest does not come easily anymore, not from guilt, but from clarity. There is a quiet urgency in their spirit now, an awareness of what almost slipped away. They know delaying is no longer an option. They know this connection was never ordinary. It was sacred. You were the one who waited, the one who believed, the one who endured, the one who loved sincerely. And now they want to honor that, not with words alone, but with action. They are preparing to reach out. It may feel unexpected. It may arrive differently than you imagined, but it will come with intention. When heaven moves, the soul senses it first. You may already feel a shift, a quiet change, something drawing closer. You did not wait in vain. You did not love in vain. You did not pray in vain. God does not forget what is pure. Love that is real survives silence, distance, fear, and what survives is strengthened, rooted in truth, grounded in courage. They want to stand with you, openly, not hidden, not uncertain. They are tired of pretending you did not matter, tired of acting like this was temporary. Truth has met them where they are. Even the space between you had a purpose. It revealed what needed healing, what needed to change, what needed time. They are not the same person anymore. Fear is becoming focus. Doubt is becoming decision. Confusion is becoming clarity. They are releasing old weight because they do not want to carry the past into what they hope to build with you. They desire a fresh beginning built on honesty, peace, and God at the center. They want you beside them, not as an option, but as a choice. If you have sensed something shifting, you are not imagining it. Stay grounded. Stay prayerful, stay open, and keep your peace. What is truly from God arrives with respect, with clarity, and with actions that match words. This message is not here to rush you. Something real is aligning. Something honest is approaching, and you are not forgotten. Take a slow breath. Let these words rest with you. There is no rush, no force. What is meant for you will arrive with peace, with clarity, with love that feels safe. And if this message brought you comfort today, if it helped your heart feel a little lighter, you can support this prayer space by buying a small coffee. Your kindness helps keep these gentle messages going, only if you feel led, never out of pressure.